So for today's video, we will be taking a look at the King Black Dragon that is located in the wilderness, but not really. You do have to go through the wilderness to get to the area, but the actual boss fight doesn't take place in the wilderness. So we'll be doing 1000 kills of KBD at a chance at getting the pet. I think it is one of the coolest pets in game. I mean, it has 3 heads. It is a 3-headed dragon. Definitely one of my top all-time favorite pets. So hopefully we can get it in this video. So as for the gear setup, as you can see here, we are rocking 4 expensive items, being the Dragon Hunter Crossbow, Necklace of Anguish, Dragonfire Ward, and the Ring of Suffering. The rest of the items are fairly cheap. We have Black D'hide top and bottoms, Snakeskin boots, Gothic Spracers, Ceridome and Coif, Diamond Dragon Bolt E for our ammo type, and of course the Ava's Assembler. Inventory has a Divine Ranging Potion, Antidote ++, Extended Antifire, teleports to House, 4 Super Restores, Rest Sharks, and of course 1 Burning Amulet, so we can teleport directly to the lair. Now it is very important that you remember to turn on the Protect Item Prayer before using the Burning Amulet to teleport to the Lava Maze, because we are risking 4 items, so if we were to die without having that prayer on, we would lose about 13 to 14 mil, which is, I think, the Dragonfire Shield, so that wouldn't be very good. Also, before hopping into the cave, just in case you don't know, you can right-click the lever and pick the Commune option to see if there are any adventurers in the lair. Throughout this entire video, there were a lot of people that I saw entering the lair, seeing that I was already in here fighting the dragon, and then they would run away. So yeah, just a helpful little tip. Surprisingly, this boss wasn't very crowded. Most of the time, I would just do it on my homeworld and nobody was there. At the very most, I had to hop like 2 or 3 worlds to find a free world, so it's not a very popular boss and you won't have to hop very much to find an open room. So like I said before, we're doing this mainly for a chance at the pet. As a moneymaker, KBD really isn't the greatest. You're not going to make a whole lot of money here. I suppose if you really wanted to maximize how much money you can make here, you might want to bring a looting bag, but I chose not to do that because, well, it's kind of annoying having to hop out of the room every time you want to put loot in there. And as far as money goes, I figured that the time we would save by just going for kills here, we could make up by using those extra hours at the most profitable moneymaker at the time, whether that's raids or even something like Vorkath. So just a heads up, we will be leaving behind a lot of Black Dragonhide and Dragon Bones. Well, actually, I ended up burying a lot of the dragon bones, so I did get a nice little bit of prayer, so not all of them went to waste. I suppose if you really wanted to, you could bring a bone crusher or a bone crusher necklace, that way you can get prayer points for burying the bones. I chose not to do that. I kept it really simple, but that is an option if you want to bring it. Now as for notable drops, like we said, the pet is a 1 in 3000 drop. There is also a dragon pickaxe, which is a 1 in 1000 drop. And of course there is the Draconic Visage at a 1 in 5000 drop, so that's pretty rare. I did a few kills here before realizing that it was kind of dark here, kind of like how it is in the Zora area, so I decided to go with the old school look for this video. Now as far as the method for killing this boss, it was very simple and very chill. All we did was run in there and start attacking the dragon from within melee range while protecting melee, that way we can mitigate some of the damage. By standing close to the dragon, you give him a chance to use his melee attack instead of one of his Dragonfire attacks, and since we have the protection prayer up, we take 0 damage from that. Now of course there is different setups you can take. You can bring a melee setup such as the Dragon Hunter Lance, or you can even bring a Twisted Bow if you have one. I currently didn't, so that's why we're using the Dragon Hunter Crossbow, but still, this thing shreds. Luckily, throughout the entirety of this 1000 kill video, we only got crashed a single time, and it was by someone who was on a Slayer task. So if somebody jumps in the cave and they have a Slayer helmet on, you're probably not going to be able to compete with them unless you're using like Twisted Bow and if you have, much higher stats than them. But for the most part, if someone came in and they saw me fighting the dragon, they might help me kill it and then they would simply hop afterwards. So things went pretty smoothly. Something else that is also worth mentioning is that you can get elite clue scrolls from the dragon at a drop rate of 1 in 450. So they're not super common, but it's still nice to see them because we can turn them into masters and get a chance at the Bloodhound pet. There's also a chance of obtaining the KBD heads at a rate of 1 in 128, and these can be used for a variety of things. You can use them to make the Black Slayer helmet, You can use it on the Dragon Hunter crossbow to change the look of it once you have the appropriate combat achievement to go with it, or you can just use your knife on it and turn it into 3 ensouled dragon heads for even more GP. Me personally, I chose not to do that. I'd rather have a collection of heads in my bank, kind of like how I do for Vorkath, so yeah. When I was looking at the gear setup for this moneymaker, I was thinking of other items that I could bring. One of the items was an Explorer's Ring 4, and the reason for that is because it is, well, free compared to the Ring of Suffering, and it also has the ability to high alch, I believe 30 items per day, so it would be helpful here in a place where you do get some nice alchables like rune longswords, so you can pretty much extend your trips if you do decide to bring that ring. But for the purpose of the video, I didn't bring it because if I high alched all these drops, they would turn into coins and it would just be harder to keep track of, and plus, I think at the end it looks better when you show all of the loot in item form instead of just a stack of coins. And that is our first elite clue scroll at 181 kill count. And there we go. 3 pieces of a clue scroll to make a chest. I always love when that happens. Let's open it up. Decent. And there is clue scroll number 2. Very nice. All right. That's another master clue completed. Let's see what's inside. Over 500,000. I'll take it. That is kill count 2000. And that's another elite clue scroll. Did not expect to be getting this many. Another master clue completed. Garbage. What? Excuse me? I just got a Draconic Visage. Draconic Visage at kill count 701. Wow. I think I've received 2 here at KBD, so that's pretty cool. The funny thing about that is that it's a 1 in 5,000 drop. You know, I would have been more happy with the pet, which is a 1 in 3k, but I'll take it. What's funny though is that I've received 2 of these, at least 2 of them, maybe even 3 here at KBD in, you know, less than half of the drop rate, so it's pretty good. So originally I wasn't going to bury his bones, you know, I'm kind of busy right now, but he did leave me 5 dark crabs, so you know what, we'll go ahead and do it for him. There you go. Alrighty, there it is, kill number 1000. No pet. So here is the first price check from the 1000 kills. Let's go ahead and take a look. 15.6 mil, and of course we do have our nice Draconic Visage right there. Let's go ahead and sell it off and then get the rest of the loot. Alright, and here is the second price check. Of course, without the coins and without the 8 KBD heads that we got. Of course, we could use a knife on it to separate them and then sell the ensouled heads, but I'd rather just keep them. And as you can see, 13k here, so not very much. I gotta say, while I was doing the price checking, I did get a little sad because when I saw the actual price check, which I'll go ahead and throw up on the screen, it said 22.3 mil, but that is of course if you were to pick up every single black dragon hide and dragon bone, which we did not. So yeah, we definitely made a lot less than 22 mil. That doesn't really matter because we weren't really there for the money. Yeah, if you want money, KBD isn't the best bet, but you know, we were hoping for a chance at the pet, and instead we got the more rare Draconic Visage, which we've already received once in the past, so yeah. But after all the loot has been sold, we are left with 15.6 million GP. Here's a look at the supplies used throughout the 1000 kills of KBD. Of course, we can remove the bones towards the bottom since we didn't actually spend money on those, we just buried the ones that we got. And we can even remove some of the sharks that are shown here since KBD does have quite a lot of sharks to drop, and of course we use those to prolong our trips. I just want to say thanks for checking out the video, and thank you to all of my channel members, with a special thanks to ACR Beans. Once again, thanks for watching, hope you enjoyed, and as always, I'll catch you guys in the next episode.